Hello, my name is Yemi and I would love to invite you to join me on the JAPA Code. The JAPA Code is your ultimate guide to legally migrating from Nigeria to your dream destination. If you desire to JAPA, we've got you covered. We'll bring you expert advice and insider tips to help you navigate the routes, routes and resources required to make that dream a reality. Join me this Sunday at 5 p.m. on the Women Network on YouTube. The JAPA Code is brought to you by Women Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. Thank you so much for joining me today on the JAPA Code. My name is Yemi Awosoya Adefa, I'm the host of the JAPA Code. Great to be here with you again. A beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been an awesome journey with us at the JAPA Code, and we're super excited always to bring you tips on the rules, the routes, and the resources that you require to JAPA. For those of us in the JAPA mood, and like we always say, JAPA is not the problem. It's to ensure that when you are where you plan to go, you go right with the right information at hand, and that will enable you to ensure that you're not, you minimize your risk and you're not falling into the traps of your unnecessary issues. So, welcome again to the show today. If you're, a regular, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited that you're able to be here. I'm always super excited. The subscribe button and click the notification button as well. Very important. And of course, you like us and you share. This is Women Network on your Tuesday Women Network, and we're here to talk about the JAPA Code. This program is brought to you by WIMO Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Lagos, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. All right, jumping right in today, we're talking about the 6-year success plan relocating abroad for couples. This group of people, the couples, are very dear to us at this time, and that's why we're having a special edition focused on couples. It's not it's not this, for you to relocate as a couple from Nigeria or your host country to a foreign country and pick up life and run life while you're there. It's not a walk in the park. And so it's very important that you're able to get all the necessary knowledge that you should have to help you take the best of decisions. Like I said to a lot of couples, you're not spring chickens when you're living. You have family, you have responsibilities. To your immediate family, of course, to your extended family as well. You have a life you set up here, closing shop, only to relocate and start again in another country. It can't be a walk in the park. But with the right information at your fingertips, you're able to, of course, take the best decision. So we're looking at this. A lot of other topics we've done in time past. Please do well to go through some of the other videos about relocating abroad for couples. This is one set of videos you need to watch to help you take the right decision. We've had quite a number of content that will help you. And of course, many more things are there and many more still to come. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I'm going to jump right into the topic of today, relocating abroad for couples. We're talking about a 6-year success plan. Now, very important to say this. This plan we're going to be rolling out is based on a lot of research, but then it's still my personal understanding of the process and the best way to advise you. Of course, it's personal. So I'm ensure that you also juggle it with more information so that you can take the best decision. Mine is just to be able to guide you if possible with some of the information that you should have handy. All right, this is not, and I'm not a financial expert, I'm not one of those things, but I believe strongly that some of these things are things that you should consider and you should put to plan as you move forward in your sojourn. All right, if I can use the word sojourn. Okay, then, so moving forward, 6-year plan structure. 6-year plan structure. Now, this was said before, and if you haven't, watched other videos, please do well to watch some videos that we've done, right there underneath this sections. The first thing I want to talk about is before you go. Before you go, there's something that I did before, success, four core areas that you need to focus on. Please watch the video. This will help to explain this first slide here. I'm talking about 6 months or thereabout. If you have 4 months, it's fine. If you have 2 months, it's fine. If you have 1 month to go, still fine. What am I talking about? Qualifications and certifications. You're going into a society that it's an international society. They have international certifications. A lot of things that of course, many of us who are going for job. Majority of people are going for job. So you're certified for that job. But guess what? It's just that job. The job you're going for might not be a top-notch job. It might, of course, maybe it is a top-notch job. Glad to hear that. But whatever it is, the certification that you have is what got you that job. So if you're going to be able to cross to all that career paths and so on, you need to have levels of certification. All right. You are maybe one of you, like we spoke about, again, you need to watch the video because there's so many things I'm going to be saying here that refers to those other videos that have been done. You have decided on who is the best couple, best fit couple as well in terms of career paths to be the one to partner, not be the main applicant. Of course, this is speaking to situations where the job that you got is not one of the top jobs in terms of salary levels, but it's a channel to be able to relocate. For those of us who are in such categories, then of course your partner must be the person who can. Of course, partner is able to work more hours. All right, the partner is the person that needs to get the main needs of certification so that you can get a good job that will be able to overlap for your level of. But of course, if you are the one who got the high job, then your partner should also be able to get a high job, possibly, or some certification to be able to balance out. The most important thing you were talking about as a couple is the uniformity of purpose, optimization of each other's levels so that you can get the best of your opportunities. You can make the best of the opportunities out there. Very important also is the element of your health check. Spend time to take care of your health. Spend time. You don't want to go there and you're having a crack in your health. You're not able to optimize. You're not able to do the needful here now so that you know that in time of, because you're going there mentally, they need you to be on point. You need yourself to be on point. And of course, your body, your fitness, you need to be on point as well because the system there is totally different from Nigeria system. Here. We work with a lot of stressful environment. Doesn't mean we're all fit. All right, we manage stress differently. But if you're able to do the checks that you need to do, then certainly you are able to be on top shop. Now, these two things, of course, it does not undermine all the other documentation you need to get to go. I'm talking about something that has to do with couples. So we need to ensure that certifications are right because you're going there to pick up jobs. Another thing you can also do, very important as well, is to begin to apply for the jobs here right now. The jobs you're going there to go get right now. For some people, maybe the document is right. They've even gotten the job. They're just waiting to go. So you have some certificates, some documentations that allows you to already go work. You have to be able to juggle all of those things. You must be qualified for the job you're going for. If it's a certification situation, you have to get more certifications. Internationally recognized certifications to go there. It can never be overemphasized. Please do well to spend some time to watch the videos that has earlier been done to help explain this further. All right, moving on. Within the first year of touching base in the UK, all right, touching ground in the UK or the US, whichever country you're going to. Now, don't forget, you already got a job you're doing, so you're there to work. A lot of people are stunned getting to the work and they find out that the kind of extent of work they need to do and all of those things that somebody said to me recently. It said, even if they ask you to work 40 or 50 hours in a job you're doing in the UK, remember, back here at home, probably some of us work like 60, 70 hours. I mean, if you leave your house at about 7 a.m., you're getting back home at about 8, 9, 10. Just think about how many hours have you worked, and you do that 5 days a week. Some of us even get calls on Saturdays. Some of us get calls on Sundays. So, hey, work is work, and that's what it is. But this is very, very important. You're there to work. Your employer picked you and said, this is what I need you to do. Get onto that thing and be exemplary at the work. Be exemplary at the work. This is very important. Be loved. Let them appreciate you. Let them just want you, want more of it. Let them never get enough of you. Be new every day. The spirit is on top. Your mind is focused. You're engaging. You're interacting. You're learning. And you're picking the lessons and using the lessons. They're going to love you. So you must be exemplary because it's very important for what's going to happen to you. Very, very important. And the second thing is, because of that thing you have introduced, there will be opportunities that will come in the company. They're always open to training. Every time there's a training coming up, raise up your hand and say, look, I want to go for the training. Be available to equip yourself with all the opportunities they present to you. All right? Very important. Because the next thing again is within the first 1 year, of course, you already know how much your salary is going to be. Most likely your entry, if you're not at the low level of about £1,800 per month, you're probably at about 2,500 or thereabouts a month, depending on the kind of job you're coming in to do. That's your first job. Now, that job takes care of you, but then depends on the size of the family. Don't forget, I'm speaking about you now. And then, because you are coming in, definitely your partner as well is going to be getting a job, but the partner has more flexibility to choose whatever jobs he or she wants to do. You must and you will need, within the first 1 year, to get an additional job. Now, the additional job you can do, if you got in with a lesser job, the additional job you can do, of course, will be in the same school, same kind of job. You can't push too much beyond that kind of job. Okay, you can do that. But if you can, if your partner can, definitely you're going for the in-demand jobs, the jobs who are paying good and everything. Now, in terms of income, between both of you, because we're going to be combining all through this process, between both of you, with 40 hours a week job, you'll be having about 4,800 pounds. One being 1,800 pounds, the other being about maybe 1,500, being about 2,000, 1,800, one being 2,500 pounds. So you have about that amount of money coming into your pocket, meaning about 4,800 pounds a week. All right, this isn't so much, but for the two of you combining together, this is a great start of salary, fantastic start of salary. You're good. All right, because don't forget, it's not just your pay that made the difference. It's a combination of both pays that makes the difference. And that's why it's very important. This is the time, you know, being a couple makes a whole lot of difference. Of course, you have responsibilities, but again, because you're together, you're able to juggle properly. And at the end of the day, there's nobody that's having more than, you're not in any, on that, no pressure at all. House is just one house. It's your own house, your own entire house. In the case of renting, and you're there, both of you are having your phone and everything is okay. You wake up in the morning, go to work, children go to school. Everything is brilliant because you're combining efforts. It's very important, very, very important that you combine efforts. A lot of couples are there today that because they did not prepare before coming, because they didn't have the prerequisite or required certification to get an in-demand job, they're struggling between jobs, struggling between getting something. You don't want to be in that situation, because in this country, Nigeria, where you're coming from, or whatever country your as your what's called your resident company country, you are already within a stream of work. You built something for yourself over time. All right, so you're not dashing into any situation. You're already there. And that means that when you get to that country, if you're not properly sorted, properly fixed, or push yourself in that direction before you even start moving, you're gonna have a lot of struggle. So you want to make sure that all the things that you need to have that is acceptable there in terms of qualification, in terms of expectations of job specs, you have those capacities that you can easily just push into the system. Now, it's also very important, the element of saving. It's a country a nation that works, its structures. There must be a structure. And one of the fundamental structures for anybody is the element of saving. It's just part of it. So recommended, again, 500 pounds per month between both of you. Again, this is not fixed. You're having 4,800 pounds. You probably, as a family, you can live conveniently on 2,500 pounds. Speculative, of course, these are based on research, but then you can always do your own research to validate most of all those things. So in 2005, that means you have, again, 2005 from there, you have another 2,300 pounds. You can do what you wish to do within that amount of money. So if you want to do minimum 500 pounds savings per month, great job. All right, moving on. Okay, now, second to third year, get better, more responsibilities at work, more trainings. Again, the place you're working, they owe it to you. They owe it to their own process to keep training. They're all about training. Every time there's a training coming up, make way. Say you're interested, you want to go for this. It's help. Traditionally, they will even propose to you because you're just quite good, and they want somebody who's good, who can get them to where they're going to, can become a reference point. They want all of that. They want everybody to get up to that pace. So open up yourself to acquire more skill. Open up yourself to acquire more abilities. Okay. The next thing, of course, strengthen your additional job. Now, don't forget, we said in the previous slide, I spoke about you getting an additional job, an in-demand job. So the second year, third year, your additional job gets stronger. Now, the beautiful thing is this: you might not be able to change lane over the current job that brought you in, and maybe possibly your, over that. But your additional job, now I need to just quickly add this. Traditionally, your job will be average of about 40, maybe maximum really, of basic salary, about 40 hours per week. Of course, the additional hours you have again would be about 20 hours. So when I'm talking about additional job, I'm talking about a job that fits into the 20 hours. And 20 hours would be 60 hours altogether within a week. A week meaning 5 days. Except your company calls you on a Saturday, calls you impromptu for something, you have all of that happen. So now if you have a 60 hours, I mean, if you're back home in Nigeria, 60 hours in a week will give you about 8 hours, about 12 hours. 12 hours in a day, 12 hours per day. I mean, 12 by 5, 12 by 5 will give you about what's now? That's about 6, yes. So give you 12 hours a day. And the typical person is going to work in Lagos. I'm sure you know we spend more than 12 hours before you get back to your house again. So it's just about the same. And then there's a lot of stress with that. Here, it's just to do, all right, to do. Our own is just to do and stress. But here is just to do. The to do is the work. So as long as you get the work done, you're fine. So, I mean, I think we're traditionally built for this. All right, so now you have to just get yourself together. Additional job coming in gives you another 20 hours more, and that brings both your salary. Don't forget, we started with £4,800 plus a 50% increase because again, using 40-20. So 50% increase gives you another £2,400, and altogether you have £7,200. You are brilliant. You're very, very brilliant. You're good. All right, you're good. Don't forget, living expense for a couple, a family of about 4 or 5, with £2,500, you're great in a month, monthly pay. £2,500 you're great. Of course, I'm not talking about your school fees and all the other things. These are capital projects that will come up, but you're fine. So you have a lot of extra to be able to juggle things around and do more things. Now, this would be a great time to pick up a mortgage for your house, so you don't keep paying the rent of about £1,900 you're paying. With a mortgage, depending, of course, 1,500, 150,000 mortgage spread over maybe 25, depending, of course, on your monthly pay and what you had as a down payment. You can pick up a mortgage conveniently. Now, I've also, proposed an increase in savings of about £1,000, and then very important. Now, don't forget, you're already in your second and third year. You're very experienced. And that means that you would have enough time, enough money also. If you're aiming and running as speculated here, you can do more, really. You can do more. Save £1,000. Don't forget, your mortgage requires you to have maybe a 10%, some minimum of 10%. You have people who have done 35% or 30%. Now, I'm going to talk more on mortgage. Sometimes I would maybe have some experts come speak to us on the element of mortgage. So to help us put this in perspective, because the mortgage bit is very important. And that mortgage will get you into investments and all of those kind of things. There's so many things you can invest your money into, so you don't have the money stored up in the bank. You need to get it useful. Now, this investment does not add to your £72,000 per month. Investment can become more. Okay, and of course that the savings as well, very, very important. £100 savings. You can do 2,000, you can do 3,000 as you're enabled, as you want to, tighten your belt very well. To be able to achieve what you want to achieve. But again, their basic living standard. Immediately you have achieved the basic fundamental living standard, every other thing really is a function of choice. What some people might call luxury. Okay, so it differs from person to person. So there you go. All right, final lap, 4 to 50, the 4th to the 5th year. Now, the 4th to the 5th year, very exciting time. Now, if you're in the UK, of course, by the 5th year, as of today, of course, tomorrow, I don't know what the structure would be. As of today, by the 5th year, at the end of the 5th year, you can apply for your indefinite leave to remain. You are classified as a big boy. All right. Of course, make sure you pass that thing. And you pass one of the fundamentals to pass is ensure that every single year, every single month, you pay your tax as I went due. All right. And then, of course, the rule of the game, never leave the UK for not more than 180 days if you're doing UK within a stretch. So you have holidays, you have leaves and all of that. Don't overdo, don't overstay, don't overdo, so that your records are clean and beautiful. At the end of the 5th year, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. Now, at this point, improve, get more responsibilities at work. Don't forget, you're still at the 5th year. Your contract at work might end at 5 years, and that means if you still want to remain or you want to engage, you have to ensure that this is very important. Ensure that you do not leave your employer until you have applied for indefinite leave to remain and it has been granted. All right, so that you don't have, I mean, there's stories of people who had a bit of a comma because they left the employer only for them to be told the employer needed to sign them off that they're through, they're finished their contract and whatever, you know. And of course, by that time, what you'll be applying for is indefinite leave to remain, and that supersedes a visa because that means that you have settlement. So you're allowed to go in and go out of the UK, you know, if you're in the UK, you know, as you desire. All right. Now, within that point, don't forget you are already about to, you can leave your employer and move on strictly to an in-demand job. If you have been doing a lesser job because that's what got you in, you can move to another area, you can change career path, you're free to do what you want to do, ensuring that, you know, you are within the system legally, of course you are, and then you pay your taxes and when you strengthen your jobs. Now, at this point, again, we're saying, propose 20% increase in income. You can negotiate it. Don't forget that every time you improve at work, you get better, you get more additional training, you get more qualification, you can ask for an increase. You can ask for an increase. Usually the increase will come between 10 or 20%, depends on your capacity and the depth of your knowledge, depends on your grace, you know. So you have that, and that will bring you to, again, combine. Now, this is all just speculative, really. It definitely can be more than this. 8,740 thereabouts pounds per month between both of you and your. Don't forget, when we were at 7,000 pounds, I said you're 7,200, you're beautiful. And when you're 4,800 pounds, you're great. Imagine you're 8,640 pounds, you're super duper great. All right, you're great. And again, at that point, again, you can increase your savings to 2,000 pounds. You can increase it to 4,000 pounds. You can go high. You can do stuff. You can achieve a lot of things. Of course, improve also your investments. Now, imagine an investment you've had for 4 years. You've been doing mortgage, you've been doing buying, maybe contributing or sort of joining people to buy property. You don't have to go and say, I'm going to own it myself. My next should not be that way. You can have other people you're joining to achieve what you want to achieve, and then, you know, all of you can share the profit forward in the thing. Now, by 4 to 5 years, like I said again, you are a guru in the process of work. You understand the system. You're part, at least relatively, all right, within your, and then you have an income steady coming, and you have a lot of savings that you have saved. Basically, leaving money in the account is not much of their interest. You need to be able to juggle it, and that's why the investment came to bear. And of course, by the 6th or 7th year, again, if you are in the UK, by the 6th or 7th year, you can apply. After the end of the 6th year, you can apply as a citizen. Again, this is current news. Tomorrow, I don't know whether the news will change, so you have to get it in mind. You can have your citizenship. Now, get it to realize. Now, at this point, you can again switch to another level. You can just go your own business. It depends on what you have learned and what you have built over time when you are working. Don't forget, you had 1 year that you were free as a bird, as it were. Within that period, all the lessons, all the experience you've had, collaborations you've done with other people, a lot of other things can come to play. All right, so you have all of that can happen within that period. And of course, you have what's called now, you can switch into an in-demand job that can help you to, of course, upskill. Now, at this point, the sky's the limit. All right, switch to additional job, to an in-demand or contract job, or start a business. It's up to you. Set yourself up for more benefits. At this time, there's so much benefit you can have access to. I understand there's some places where they can part contribute with you to achieve something. There's so many things we want to bring into us in this particular area. When you get to this point, you want to be able to take advantage of all that is available to you. All right, all that's available to you. Increase your income to £10,000 per month. This is not the limit. This is just speculative. Again, based on the facts of what we'll be talking about. £10,000 per month. When you get to this point, you can earn £50,000 per month. Depends on your capacity. You can do that, all right? And of course, increase savings to £5,000. If you have been living with the £2,800 at your mortgage and everything is okay for you at that point, and you have an additional £8,000 thereabout, why not save up to £5,000? Hey, there's no crime in that. You can do that as well. So, and then of course, improve your investments. You can have a collabo with some people. It's a trend that said, watching the news and all that, there's something that is going to be booming as soon as time put your resources into it, trusting that you have turnover. So a lot of things at this point is just cashing all through, and then you can be able to do a lot of help to anybody that you want to stretch a hand to. All right, I'm certain that it has been great. This is just about the information. Now, it's very important that I say again, this is not castle stone. It is not a professional advice given to you that you take a look like and sing a no, but it is an information based on research that will help you. All you need to do is spend more time and just look through, understand a little bit more, and be able to put it to use. If you do and plan and focus the way we have suggested here to you, certainly you will be able to get some great results within the shortest possible time. The idea is you're in a country within 7 years. I'm sure if you had 7 years in Nigeria, you probably would not be able to achieve as much as this, except again, you are strategically positioned, which can happen to anybody in any country. But here in the UK, we're speaking to the fact that within these 7 years, if you position yourself properly, of course, all of this money we're talking about is before tax. Before tax, this is just your gross. So when the tax come in between 20% all the way to 45% thereabout, you know that a chunk is going to be taken away. But it still doesn't stop your planning and projections. It doesn't stop it. All you have to just do is to ensure that both of you as a couple build your careers and advance in your career. You don't have to be stuck in a particular place for years. Just be there 2, 3 years or 1 year or 2 years. If you get a better offer, move to the next one. Of course, if you're in the country based on that job, you're not going to be able to move anywhere. You have to stay there till all that is over. We're going to go for a quick break right now here. Migrant Resource Center, Lagos, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. I'll be right back shortly.
The National Electronic Labour Exchange is a unit in the International Labour Migration in the Employment and Wages Department of the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment. The centers are information hubs for the public to meet demands of employment, referral, labor rights, recruitment advice, support, and all employment-related issues, with the aim of educating and enlightening the public on workplace and employment issues, as well as ensuring protection and decent work. Our target audience are students, all categories of migrants, and the general public. For more details, email us on jobcenterlagos@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, a National Electronic Labour Exchange, YouTube, a National Electronic Labour Exchange.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a message from the Migrant Resource Center, Lagos, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment. Please do well to visit them. If you're going to relocate, there's so much information they have for you just right there at Ikoyi. Before you get to the passport office at Ikoyi, they see the signboard. They just walk in there and get the information that you require. They are readily available to feed you with as much help and support as you would need as a migrant coming in or going out. All right, so it's been great. I want to just share with us real quick on our projects at the WIMO Consult. We have a program for carers. For those of us who are regular with us, this is one of the things that we always talk about. The what's called training for carers. If you want to live and work overseas and you want to become a carer, to be able to do that, you want to get in touch with the WIMO Consult. Our training is person-centered and employer-focused. We are carers, and so our training are detailed and very specific. By the time you go through our training, everybody who has gone through our training, will say, yes, this is worth it. Our training comprises of 2 parts: the online training and the work experience, which is physical. The online training, of course, is online. Physical with the work experience. Now you will be getting certified certifications, a UK recognized certification for the online training, and of course a reference letter from the work experience, and then many other resources that will be available to you. So if you are interested in joining us for the training, reach out to us on wimoconsult@gmail.com, and of course our WhatsApp number is right there on the screen. Okay, WIMO Consult on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us on any of those platforms. Follow us on any of those platforms. We're so glad to have you join us. All right, it's been a great time this day. Thank you so much for joining me on the program today. I had so much fun. I'm always excited to talk about these things, and thank God for the opportunity to be able to share this with us. Now, next week, when the next episode will come up, I have a fantastic episode that's going to be coming up starting next. We're going to be talking about financial planning. We're talking about the elements of credit scores, the planning of finances, the elements of taxation, all of that. We're going to be talking about that as it concerns the relocation. You want to put that in mind. So join us then. I'll be super excited to have you. Thank you so much for the time we spent today. I wish you all the very best. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Yemi, and I would love to invite you to join me on the JAPA CODE. The JAPA CODE is your ultimate guide to legally migrating from Nigeria to your dream destination. If you desire to JAPA, we've got you covered. We'll bring you expert advice and insider tips to help you navigate the rules, routes, and resources required to make that dream a reality. Join me this Sunday at 5 p.m. on the Women Network on YouTube. The JAPA CODE is brought to you by Women Consults in partnership with the Migrant Resource Center, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment.